such a cool name, dude.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I try to own it.
I like it.
Ryan, hey, congratulations. Season 3 of Night Court.
Yeah, dude, I'm so pumped to be a part of it still, which is great. I love it.
So tell us how proud of you coming back as in a guest role into playing Jake into this series again.
Well, listen, I mean, when I first started season two, I think it was there, they said maybe one episode, possibly two episodes. And I'm like, oh, dude, great. I'd love to come jump on the show, hang with Melissa and John. They're legends. So, and then it turned into all this, which is great. So I'm so thankful to be a part of such a fun show and a show that's good and, a well-oiled machine. And they welcomed me in with open arms, and I get to play make-believe in front of a live audience. It's awesome.
Now, now I want to revisit that explosive ending in season 2. I mean, when you actually first read that script, what was your reaction?
I was so pumped. I was like, I couldn't believe it. And I'm also like, yeah, absolutely. John Larroquette's my dad. The possibility. So I thought it was really cool and such a fun way to kind of keep my character around for a little bit at least. And to possibly have some scenes with John, because I would have a couple some dialogue with him. And then, starting season three, I get to have a bunch of stuff with him, which is great because he's, legendary.
I know it is pretty awesome, especially the fact that they're going to open up the second season with a two-part episode explaining this situation between
Yeah.
Jake here. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for Jake, not growing up, not knowing who his dad is and stuff. So at this stage in his life to maybe have the possibility of having that connection with someone. And then even for John's character, Dan, to like, that he's kind of starts to get open to the idea and they start to bond and all this stuff. It's like, it's really heartwarming. And, it's cool to watch those two grown men kind of like bond over silly things and, kind of fantasize about having a relationship with a family member that they didn't have.
That begs the question though, can anyone really bond with Dan?
You didn't think it'd be possible, but it looks like they broke through. He kind of opened up a little bit and it seemed like it. He seemed like he was kind of open to it a little bit, that he would allow. So
So how was it developing that chemistry, that sort of that bonding with John Larroquette on a production like this?
well, we took a plane to Hawaii together. We're actually still here to bond. No. Um, he's just such a pro. And I've been doing this also for a long time, not a pro, but so it's in the script, but also like he's such a good actor, and we would talk about certain things, and we would like, I would kind of watch him anyway because he's such a multicam legend and well, comic legend really, and I think he's won 4 Emmys for this show, so I kind of watched him anyway. So to then have the character really look up to him, I do anyway. I look up to him anyway. Like he's so incredible. So that was kind of natural. And he allowed me to kind of look up to him a little bit.
Your character was introduced in season 2 as a romantic figure to Abby here. Does that take a back seat in this case for the new season?
I think for the first part of it, sure, a little bit, because I think their focus is on like finding out the truth. Um, but as the series goes on, they have so much fun. Abby and Jake, our characters, have so much fun stuff together. Um, and it was just such a blast to work with Melissa again. Like she's so incredible. She's such a great leader. Like she's so funny. She's so beautiful and great. And like we just work together so well. So it was a blast. We have a really good time. So there's a lot of fun stuff, ups and downs in the series, but it's great. Yeah.
And in a show like this, because everyone is so funny and everyone is so diverse in this case, how do you keep up toe to toe with like with Melissa and John? Is there a lot of improvisation or trying not to laugh with them?
Try not to laugh for sure, but not a lot of improv because the multicam is so structured. It's very setup joke, type of thing. That if you improv, then you'll kind of mess up someone else's timing. So you wouldn't want to do that. I guess in rehearsals there's a little bit, but as far as when we shoot, no. Also, I wouldn't do that. It's not my show. It's they're kind of like a well-oiled machine, and they're such pros, like I said. But to keep up with them, it's really they're so welcoming and want me to succeed for sake of the show too, that it's very easy to kind of like to kind of keep up and hang with them. Well, also it's in the writing too, but yeah. I don't know if I answered your question.
In a roundabout way, I guess you did, right? Where would you like to see the relationship between Jake and Abby down the road as the season moves on?
Sure, a couple kids, maybe a throuple. I don't know. Um, I'd like to see them keep going and dating, obviously, because I want to be on the show more. But yeah, I think if their relationship keeps going, like maybe there's kids in the future. I don't know. I love kids. I love my kids, so why not my character, you know?
Well said. And for you, Ryan, not spoiling anything. I did see the first couple episodes, but would you like to see Dan as Jake's dad?
Absolutely. I think Jake has been kind of waiting for this for a very long time, even if he like kind of thought it was not a possibility anymore because of his age and like there's no way. But I think he kind of looks to him anyway, like he's kind of just such a powerhouse in the courtroom and all that stuff, and he's so funny and so dry and all that stuff. I think that Jake really thinks that would be a really cool thing. And as you watch the first couple episodes, they really do start to bond and have this really cool relationship. And then if it doesn't work out, maybe they'll still be buds. Who knows? Or maybe they'll be father and son. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who can say?
And now for you being in a few episodes already for Night Court, what is your sense of the success of Night Court thus so far?
What was the question? Sorry.
What is your opinion of the success of Night Court thus so far?
Oh yeah, I think it's just the writing is so funny and so silly, but it also has a lot of heart, and it has some comic legends like John Larroquette and Wendie Malick's now joining, who's just incredible. Melissa is one of the funniest people ever. Nyambi Nyambi, like Lacretta, everyone's so great, and the writing, it's just I don't know, it's just dialed. They just really know how to pump them out.
Most excellent. And one more thing, Ryan, that I have to ask because after watching the first couple episodes, and I'm actually impressed on your comedy acting style. A little spoiler, but how do you run into something that's invisible?
Oh, I forgot about that. A lot of practice, tons. I would practice that every day, just running into. No, I think maybe part of it is I really I would do that for my kids, like run into funny or run into a real door, but like fake it, or whatever. Like you just do it for your kids, make them laugh and stuff. So maybe that's part of it. But that's really funny you said that. That's good.
Well, no, it's just because that definitely take talent and skills. That's for certain. And you pulled it off. Ryan, thank you very much for speaking to us about Night Court. Crossing my fingers that you're going to go beyond a guest role and become a recurring
Come
role.
on, baby.
So,
Thanks, Gig. I
thank,
appreciate it, man.
thank you. Appreciate. Bye
Thank
now.
you.